Hey, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you are still with us and that you are still studying. If I haven't said Happy New Year to you, Happy 2021, baby, Happy 2021, okay? This is a year for greatness. This is your year to become certified and to have everything that you've ever imagined and to just really be the best you that you can be. So medication errors can be intentional or unintentional. That means that it can happen on purpose or it can be something that's not done on purpose. I don't think, now obviously if you have someone who is contemplating suicide or contemplating inflicting self-harm, and we've seen this in movies before too, where they'll just go and down a whole pill bottle. That's something that's intentional. Unintentional could be a person just didn't know how to take the medicine. Also, I believe unintentional is too when, let's say, you have a friend who took birth control, and because women do this, and me and y'all might not know this, but I've heard this before, where women will get ready to go on vacation. Maybe they're going on a honeymoon, and they're trying to keep their menstrual cycle from coming. So they'll take birth control. Come on now, we all grown. Don't get to looking at me like that. Like, Lindsay, where you going with this? Let's just be real and honest. Y'all know how I am. We're gonna be real transparent about this. It is what it is. They're going on their honeymoon. They don't want their menstrual cycle to come. So they ask their friend who has birth control, can you give me a few of yours? And then I've seen this. This is a true story. Then the chick take the medicine and her cycle doesn't come and she's able to enjoy her honeymoon. Right there, you might say, well, there ain't no harm in that, but there actually is. That's an error because you are not supposed to be taking somebody else's medicine that was prescribed to them based off of their body set up in the way that their chemicals are. So then now if you take that and your friend wasn't really trying to be harmful, but it winds up being harmful, then, at that point, this person is gone out of town or wherever they are, and it's like something is happening. And people are like, well, what happened with you? And they're like, oh, well, I took such and such. Unintentional medication error. Now, somebody would say, Lindsay, that's really not unintentional because they knew it was somebody else's medicine that they shouldn't be taking. True enough, but how many times have you seen it happen? I mean, I watch parents do this with kids. If they got 3-4 kids that had, the 3-4 kids all together, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one kid gets sick, they'll, try to save the medicine that was used for kid A to use on kid C and D. And that's unintended, that's a medication error too. So that really shouldn't be happening. But if you look at this chick, she's like throwing it all back and taking all of that medicine all at one time. Another form of medication errors is prescribing errors, right? And when you hear that word prescribing, your mind should automatically think about the prescriber, right? And the prescriber is also known as the doctor. So a prescribing error could be, and these are very common errors. So maybe the doctor, might have wrote for too many, or maybe, the doctor person is coming in for a headache. The doctor writes medication for a stomach ache because they're not, maybe paying attention. Maybe they're moving too fast. It also happened from the nurse. You have a lot of times now, a lot of these doctors are moving around with a PA, which is a physician assistant, and they might have them write the script. And so that's why I say it's prescriber staff, because if they write the script and they make a mistake, it still falls back on the prescriber. Yeah, it does. It still falls back on the prescriber because you are operating in their doctor's office or, underneath their supervision because you are an assistant. So you're not the head. But yeah, and so I'll tell you too, there was one time when my mom went to get a prescription and I was in the car with her and it was an antibiotic. And they had her on this particular antibiotic for 30 days, and the pharmacy didn't catch it. We're in the drive-through. I think we were at HEB drive-through. And if y'all know about HEB, because I think HEB is only in certain places, but baby, HEB is everything. Okay, but that's a whole nother story. So we sitting in the drive-through, her medicine comes down or whatever. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, let me see, it was take 1 tab by mouth every day, right? For whatever it was she had going on. But the quantity was 30. So if she's taking 1 tablet by mouth every day for 30 days, and you gave her a quantity of 30, basically you're saying that she's on this medication for 30 days. Now, most antibiotics are not 30-day, antibiotics that you should be on. And so I looked at that and I told her, oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no. Ring that bell. The pharmacist comes over and they were very apologetic, and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is a mistake, blah, blah, blah. In my mind, I'm going like, this had to come in through data entry. Your tech had to type it up. After your tech typed it up, it had to get to you. The tech filled it, and then it got to you to check for DUR and drug utilization review and drug utilization evaluation and consultation because it's a new script. And you mean to tell me you still didn't catch this? Now, mind you, this wasn't the error that happened by the pharmacy. This was the error that happened by the doctor. However, we are set up to catch errors to make sure that whatever the doctor made the mistake on, it doesn't get to the patient. I'm a teacher all today. I'm telling you, because I'm ready to teach. Okay. So I want to help you with something, because I think too that some people don't really even know what how we fit into the chain. But we are a part of therapy. So we're like the medical therapy little operation, right? So you have the patient who comes in for the condition or the disease, comes in with the ailment. Then you have the doctor, and then patient, doctor, pharmacy. So our job is to catch or to provide the medication therapy that the doctor has prescribed. Our job is to dispense it. Well, in doing that, we're also the pharmacy, not the technicians, but the pharmacy is also, because the pharmacy is a team. So the pharmacy is also required or responsible for catching any mistakes that might have happened by the prescriber. So I'm still trying to figure out to this day, how is it that the pharmacist didn't catch the mistake that the doctor wrote? That was a prescribing error. And not only was it going to be a prescribing error, it was also going to be a mechanical and dispensing error. And we was getting ready to light them on fire. Now, I was nice to them because I said, well, child, I don't really want to get nothing started. My mom was like, don't worry about it. We caught it. I'm like, yeah, we caught it. Now, I did get with that pharmacist. I had to, get the pharmacist together, because I'm like, this shouldn't have happened. Now, it makes me think about other people who've come through that same drive-through who didn't have pharmacy experience or didn't have somebody sitting in the car with them who has a background in pharmacy to catch this. Then I start thinking about stuff like that, because I'm like, how is it that you didn't catch this? But anywho, that's an example of a prescribing error. And the way that we are set up in the pharmacy is we're supposed to catch the mistakes. And that's why the prescription is passed down and it's handed. It goes through so many different hands, because we should be catching it. You know what I'm saying? As the pharmacy. So anywho, here's a dispense error. So there are 3 different dispense errors, and we're going to talk about them. But the first one we're going to talk about is a mechanical error. So a mechanical error can happen in the pharmacy through interpretation, meaning that maybe the prescription the doctor used bad handwriting. It was illegible, couldn't really understand it, couldn't really figure it out. And so the doctor might have wrote it for every day, but because they're writing in cursive, we thought, or the pharmacy thinks that is QID, which is 4 times a day, and that's how they and made it through more stuff now than some people have made it through in their entire life. We going through a pandemic, you're still healthy and well. We going through a recession. We're going through times where hugging our friends and our loved ones is scary. And you're still here. You know, there are some people